Let's see this. These equations are given, set of three equations. Now the question is, for what values of lambda, this one, for what real values, not imaginary values, for what real values of lambda the system will have a non-zero solution. That is what the question is. Okay. So whenever anything like this is given, convert it into homogeneous form. So homogeneous form is, in every equation, it is also a homogeneous form, but then convert it into some other form, in a form in such a way that in every equation there will be only one x term, one y term, one z term. So if you observe it, in this equation there are two x terms, in this equation there are two y terms, and there are two z terms. So just see that you have only one term each. Then what do you get here? I can take this lambda x this side, and if you can pull out x, I get 1 minus lambda. I can take lambda by this side. So like that, if you do this, I'll get ax equal to 0 this way. Okay. Fine. Now they are asking for what values of lambda we are going to have non-zero solution. So what is the case for non-zero solution? The case is, if n is greater than r, then we are going to have non-zero solutions, right? So what does it mean? N is greater than r. So if you have three unknowns, here n is 3, then 3 has to be greater than r. What does it mean? Rank has to be less than 3. If the rank of this matrix A is less than 3, then only we are going to get non-zero solution. So what does it mean? If this rank has to be less than 3, then definitely the determinant has to be 0. For that reason, for a unique solution, not for a unique solution, for a non-zero solution, right? For a non-zero solution, mod A should be equal to 0. Then I am going to, det A should be equal to 0. Then I am going to find out the determinant. So determinant, so one more thing, till now while solving the equations, we have been applying only row transformations, because at the end I wanted to solve the equations, but here I don't want to solve the equations. I just want to see what are the values of lambda for which the determinant is equal to 0, which means for what values of lambda I get this determinant equal to 0. This is what I wanted to see. I don't want to actually solve the equations. For that reason, you need not apply only the row transformations. You can now apply row as well as column transformations according to your convenience, just to find out for what values of lambda this determinant is equal to 0. Again, once again, see this, don't get confused. Till now we have been converting a matrix into echelon form, and later we are trying to solve it using the resultant matrix. For that reason, I was using only row transformations. But in this case, I don't want to solve the equations. I just want to end the equation by finding out for what values of lambda I get the determinant is equal to 0. I want to stop it there. So for that reason, I can apply both row and column transformations on it. I need not stick to only row transformations. Got it? If you want it, you can apply it. Okay. Now see this. So first transformation I am applying is, I am trying to add all the 3 rows and substitute it in place of row 1, which means row 1 is being replaced with the sum of row 1 plus row 2 plus row 3, and you can pull this 6 minus lambda out, and what do you get? You got a one more determinant. Now the product of these two terms have to be 0, which means either this one has to be 0 or this one has to be 0, or both of them have to be 0. Then what do we get? If I try to solve this particular one by applying column transformations, by making it 0 and 0, by subtracting this one from here and this one from here, by making it 0 and 0, I got this determinant. Then what does it mean? I got this, right? So now if you see this, in order to solve this equation, the roots are going to be this one, which are imaginary. See this, 9 minus 12 is root of 9 minus 12 is root of minus 3, which is nothing but root 3i, which means they are imaginary, so we are not going to take these roots. What is the other value of lambda for which this determinant can be 0? Lambda is 6. So whenever lambda equal to 6, the value of this determinant is going to be 0. What does it mean? If the determinant is 0, then definitely rank is less than 3, which means rank is less than n. Then what can we say? We can say that there will be at least one non-zero solution, because there will be exactly n minus r linearly independent solutions, and n minus r is definitely greater than 0 here, isn't it? Which means it will be at least 1. Therefore, there will be at least one non-zero solution. Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is, we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.